Christmas Eve, 1945. 5 children went to bed excited for Santa. By morning, they had vanished. No bodies, no remains, no answers. And their parents spent the next 44 years driving past a billboard on the highway with their own children's faces on it, begging strangers for help. This is the most haunting unsolved mystery in American history, and nobody talks about it. Fayetteville, West Virginia. George and Jenny Sodder, Italian immigrants, built a beautiful life in America. 10 children, a trucking business, a warm home. But George had a big mouth. He openly criticized the Italian dictator Mussolini. And in October 1945, just 2 months before Christmas, a stranger came to his door, selling life insurance. When George said no, the man looked him dead in the eyes and said, "Your house will go up in smoke, and your children will be destroyed." George laughed it off. He shouldn't have. December 24th, 1945, Christmas Eve. The younger kids stayed up late, playing with toys. At 12:30 a.m., the phone rang. Jenny answered. A woman's voice. A strange laugh. Wrong number. She went back to bed. Then, a loud thump on the roof. Something rolling down the side of the house. She ignored it. At 1 a.m., she smelled smoke. The house was on fire. George and Jenny grabbed the baby and ran out. George screamed for the 5 younger children upstairs. Silence. He tried to get his ladder. Gone. He tried to start his trucks. Both wouldn't start. He tried to climb through a window. The flames pushed him back. He called the fire department. The phone line was dead. The fire department didn't arrive until 8 a.m., 7 hours later. By then, the house was ash. And 5 children, Maurice, Martha, Louis, Jenny, and Betty, were nowhere to be found. Police said the children burned in the fire. But here's what makes zero sense. No bones, no remains, nothing. A crematorium expert told Jenny, even at 2000 degrees for 2 hours, bones always remain. Their house burned in just 45 minutes. Then investigators found the ladder, hidden under an embankment 75 feet away. And the phone line? It wasn't burned. It was cut. Someone had cut the phone line before the fire. And a bus driver came forward, saying he saw people throwing what looked like fireballs onto the Sodder roof. This wasn't an accident. This was planned. But by who? And why? And most importantly, where were the 5 children? The sighting started immediately. A woman saw 5 children watching the fire from inside a passing car. A waitress 50 miles away served breakfast to 5 children Christmas morning, with 2 adults who wouldn't speak. A hotel employee in Charleston saw 4 of the Sodder children, silent, scared, with strangers. Then in 1967, 22 years later, Jenny received a mysterious letter. Inside was a photograph of a man who looked exactly like her son Louis, as an adult. On the back, just 4 words. Louis Sodder, I love brother. No return address, no explanation, just a photograph. And then nothing. George Sodder died in 1969, never knowing what happened to his children. Jenny died in 1989. For 44 years, she tended a garden on the spot where her house once stood, waiting. Their children erected a billboard on Route 16 with the 5 children's faces that stood for decades. The last surviving Sodder sibling died in 2021, still without answers. Were the 5 children kidnapped? Were they killed? Or did they survive and never come home? 80 years later, nobody knows. So I need to ask you, do you think those 5 children survived that night? Comment yes or no, because some answers only exist in the comment section.